This is your daily briefing. You're most welcome to it. The knives are out, but it remains to be seen if they're in the hands of surgeons or just dementors. Paolo Bagigia, who's quite a big deal in Calciomercato circles, tells us if the hierarchy at Juventus managed to resist the temptation to sack Allegri and keep him on until the end of the season, then they can go straight for Antonio Conte, who cannot wait, he says. Cannot wait to return, and it is for this reason he is not renewing his contract with Spurs. Yeah, who knows? Conte believed to have torn into his players after the Sporting game. That comes from the Mail Online. Yeah, I would imagine he did. We lost by 2 goals, and we didn't play very well. And I understand that the guys were back at HOTSPUR Way at the crack of 11 a.m. the following day. Conte on Bissouma. Bissouma is struggling a bit on the tactical aspect, but for sure he's improving it in every other aspect. I've got to say, I'm worried about that guy. I don't think he's that bright. It won't shock anybody talking about a footballer in those terms, but there was a thing on, like, first of all, he came on as a sub for one game, and he was doing this, to the crowd. Yeah, okay, mate. And then there was a thing that cropped up that he'd been sleeping in a Spurs shirt or something. As well as players are injured, Conte says he expects Doherty and Skipp to be fully in contention after the international break, so we won't see them for Leicester. That comes from Charlie Eccleshare, Matt Law, Chelsea fan. Tottenham will bank a huge sell-on fee if Sporting Lisbon ever cash in on Marcus Edwards. Thanks for that, Matt. Very old news. Very old news. And you're behind a paywall with that. Okay. FA Ireland, Matt Doherty and Troy Parrott called up by the squad there for the Republic. Nations League matches against Scotland away and Armenia at home. Sweden news, dream for Kulusevski as he's been called up by his nation for Nations League games against Serbia away and Slovenia at home. Harry Kane and Eric Dyer get picked for England's game versus Italy and Germany. It's coming home, home before the postcards. Hugo Lloris called up by France for Nations League matches against Austria at home and Denmark away. Davinson Sanchez has been called up for Colombia, friendlies against Guatemala and Mexico. Cuti Romero and Giovanni Lo Celso are called up for Argentina squad for September international matches. Conte says ahead of the Leicester City game, we have to be a bit angry and get a good reaction. And I'll leave you with this, a little bit of irony, really, for me, of all the muddle that we're in, with the lack of depth, the lack of comfort, the lack of faith that Conte has in his squad, more broadly speaking. And Destiny Udogie's agent tells us Inter and Juventus wanted to sign him. It's true, but Tottenham have decided to pay €20 million plus 6 million add-ons, so it was not possible for other clubs. Spurs wanted him in Italy on loan, and that's part of the strategy. Good luck, keep it Tottenham.